And so then I started asking a second question there, which was, why did you go into medicine? And the first answer is almost universal. I really wanted to help people. Then I continue. Well, tell me about yesterday. Well, I was in clinic. Well, tell me about it. Walk me through it. You know what it's like, David. Tell me about it. Well, I went into the first room, a patient with urinary incontinence. I walked through a treatment pathway. I gave them a medicine, and off they went. It was fine. And so then I ask a second question, an uncomfortable question. Didn't you just help somebody? Didn't you just help somebody who's embarrassed, who might sleep better at night, who might now not be afraid to go to the house and go to book club with their friends? And that's when you hear either on the phone this uncomfortable pause, or if I'm talking to people, you see it in their eyes, it's this internal conflict. And it's, yes, I guess I did. I just expected it to be more, helping people to be more. There's a second version to this story when I ask, why did you go into medicine? And it usually focuses on science, a deep love for science and understanding the complex human anatomy in the body. And so again, back to the clinic we go and tell me about that patient with incontinence. And in many cases, it's a master class. They tell me about detrusor overactivity and pharmacology pathways and neurourology. And I interrupt again and say, didn't you just do science? Once again, that internal conflict, I guess I did. I just expected it to be more. It's not so much that we're not doing science. It's not so much that we're not helping people. It's just that what we expected was more. And think about it. You know, for those of us who wanted to be doctors since before we can remember, when you were 10, when you were 15, when you opened that acceptance letter for the first time, when you stepped foot into the gross anatomy lab for the first time, we didn't imagine a 5-minute visit prescribing a medicine. We imagined changing the world. We didn't imagine applying science using a complex knowledge of pharmacology to write an anticholinergic. We imagined redrawing the map, inventing things, innovating things. And I know I'm right about this because I've had the conversations again and again and again and again. Now, the cynics in the audience, I know that there are a couple. They'll say, well, that was just unrealistic. I mean, that's their problem. They should have never thought that that's what was going to happen. Maybe, or maybe that was the compass. And when we slowly drift away from that compass, that North Star, this. To me, in my life, burnout doesn't feel so much like exhaustion. It feels like disillusionment and apathy. So if the hardest part is finding this compass, really helping people, really doing science, how do we do that? Well, I'm going to share with you my journey, a journey about global surgery. I know it doesn't fit for everybody, but I think some of the lessons are universal across careers, across people, across stages of their career,